What is going on, everybody? Are you ready for Thursday? Stock market, crypto market open, even though crypto has no market open. I know I am. Let's get ready, but first, the intro, guys. See you soon. And no, I'm not muted today. Hey, everybody, are you ready for Thursday? I am, but are you? That is the question. Bitcoin, Ethereum, Nasdaq, gold. Look at this one. Look at gold. Will it be good? I'm not sure yet, but it's moving in the right direction. And for little stealth assassins, the snipers out there, the people that are scalping the market, they may already be looking around in these ones. But how about that Fang? It's all been about Fang for the last couple of days. Wall Street, they play the sneaky games, and we need to be in front of them as much as possible. Sean says BTC about to bounce. Mintai trying to get me, says no sound. I believe there's sound. Aaron says, we got Tesla, Tom. I haven't looked at Tesla yet. I have not looked at the pre-market. Sometimes I like to come in here and just be like, whoa, what is going on? I don't know what's going on yet, but we're about to find out together. And that's what's even more important here. The mute meme, don't worry, Craig, the mute meme, I'll do it again mistakenly. Don't you worry. The way that I have it set up right now is not the best. Glow sticks are ready, says Ian McIntosh. That's awesome. Good morning, DVO official. With the ray of sunshine, bring the ray of sunshine to Melbourne because we do not have any of those rays. Soto says, Fang stocks. Absolutely. Let's go Sundial, Mr. Jerwin. Are you kidding me? Is Sundial moving? No. We don't like Sundial here. Let me click Sundial. 1 second. Oh, it's all right. It's down. It's underneath $1. I'm sorry for people in Sundial. I'm sorry. You know I don't like this stock. It's a bad stock. Actually, why don't we start the show by just talking about this thing? So this is SOS. I just wanted to talk about this because I do not want people to get trapped in what was a phenomenon that occurred all through Feb, all through late Jan, and that was the pumpy dumpy sustaining. We are not seeing sustained moves, guys. We are not seeing these kind of big move followed by big move followed by big move continuations. We're seeing pumps and significant dumps. So SOS, unfortunately, down 6.92% this morning. Obviously, a lot of hype around this one. It seems like every time these are hyping up and moving through Reddit, through stock tweets, through, I don't know where they come from, but they come from somewhere, it does seem to be less. What do you guys think? Is the pump dump, the sustained pump over for these things? Is the sustained pump over for these things? And yes, I know about the GME situation. I do know. Ryan Cohen or something. I haven't actually clicked GME. Let me click GME. It's up 3% this morning from that, 183.30. So they've selected the new CEO, it looks like. Amazing times for those two. It looks like both will be green in the pre-session. What are you guys saying? Oh, the big brains are coming out. Time to bring out those big brains, says Dr. Horton. I agree. Bag holders unite. Good morning, Tom. Good morning, Donkin Dave. ACB up a little bit. Apple and BTC, the best never rests, says Double Flush. Apple was a great entry over the last couple of days. Now, if you've been watching the stream, I don't know what that is, but if you've been watching the stream, we've had this line here that went through the two highs. I don't know why that's reset. Let me just... Stupid thing. There we go. It was going through these two highs, and we were talking about how do we find Apple's bullishness? How do we find it? And it was clear that the base was in. We knew this 118 base was in. But now Apple has become very bullish. And we got kind of the sign here, but look at yesterday's action. I said this in the private Discord. Someone said, what do you think of the apples? I was like, I think the beast has awoken a little bit here. It's starting to move. Will Apple continue up? It makes sense if the Fang is going to continue. And we'll be taking a look at the Fang index in just a few moments, plus the NAS, plus everything else. There's a lot going on here. Whoever has the most shares of Sundial gets Tom's personal phone number, says Michael Wilcher. Did you take some phone? Did you take like a photograph of that or something, Michael? I'm scared. I'm scared about what you're doing. Don't be calling me on that phone number. Buoyantus Maximus says, morning, Tom. Ryan Cohen taking us to the moon today. Yes, I saw Ryan Cohen news. Where is it? I was in the Discord community. Actually, let me just set this, set the community tab up. Get in there now, guys. Let me send this. If you're not in the Discord community, get in the Discord community. Might as well be in the free area. I'll post good stuff in there from time to time. Join us on Discord. There you go. We'll tag that one in. Join us on Discord. Perfect. Great. So, thank you to members of the community because they share these things. There it is, Trio. Shout out to Trio. Today is going to be fun. GameStop intends to elect Ryan Cohen as chairman of GME. Amazing. From Twitter, which is actually probably one of the better places I've found to get little bits of snippets of news. On one day, on one session, I will actually share some of the ones that I follow on Twitter and why I follow them and what I follow them for. Because there is some good guys in the Fin tweet area and there's some good stuff in there. There's some trash, horrible trash, but also some good stuff. So Apple is looking pretty strong here. Let's just start with this chart. Why the hell not? We've got a pretty nice breakout that occurred. We've now got follow-on momentum. We know where Apple has been. We also know this has been one of the weaker Fang positions. It's closed above this long leg doji. It's kind of gone right into where you'd think resistance is. But look, everything seems very bullish here today. Where's the next stop after this point? The good news for Apple is it's a lot higher. Because if Apple continues its run, 138-ish seems to be the kind of high point. Resistance here, resistance on the way down. So is that going to be resistance on the way up? I would certainly think so. It's just too much coincidence here that it respected here when it gapped up and then sold off. It respected here, and then as it came down, it moved up and then respected the level again. It means that next time it comes through, it's got a very high probability of finding respect. That is one of the ways that you can look at it, and those kind of zones do look pretty good here. Also, people in Amazon, it's just happened. You've got 3,300 just instantly. I mean, how fast have these positions been moving? Now, if you're not used to things like options and stuff, some people will say, Tom, I don't care about your crappy move here, man. This is like off the close, like 3.35%. It's nothing. And I'm not interested in it. But there were some tellers. Now, remember, we talked about the closure point above here actually being a signal in itself, above all the moving averages. So you could have probably gone with a half-half approach here, and you're going to be bagging around a 5% into the 3,300. There's still way more potential, of course, in a company like this, depending on what your plan is for it. But remember, we're going to be moving into a market over the next coming months together on this stream, just in general, where you're not going to see 30% in a day. You're not going to see, well, you will in penny stocks, but you won't see those in the bigger ones where you have these huge moves after a crisis period. And when we get that, you're going to want to learn how do we take maximum potential out of this type of move. I will be going through that in other sessions that I have planned in the future. Live sessions, we'll be going through these types of concepts. So Amazon hits the 33.30 today, resistance on the pre-market. So 33.03, pretty good stuff. You check out Google, you check out any of the other Fang, it's all moving the same. Let's have a look at the index. Fang index, FXCM, total breakout above the high. You see the closure here. It's going to be up again, you would think today, and the target was originally around 4,800. So that's one of the quicker inverse head and shoulders movements that we've had in the market for some time. Big reprice, not unknown for the Fang to do, but remember, the nasty bear alert, and it is setting there. It is all very potentially going to hit as we hit our trend line. So it's all green, all good at the moment. But if we hit our trend line and start to find some shaky business, remember, if the Fang is hitting the resistance and all those things are going on at the same time, what do we need to be careful of? We need to be careful of sneaky Wall Street coming in and punishing us for those moves. Let me just quickly load PCC up. Put call ratios. You know that the market can't come down if this is occurring. Puts weren't purchased in huge quantities. All of a sudden on the S&P 500, puts, so this is the put call ratio for the S&P 500, puts are being heavily purchased again, okay? Heavily purchased. Now, if this line continues to go up each day and you're bullish on the market and it goes, just keeps going up, the more puts that are in the market, the less likely it is to crash. I repeat that. If there's heaps of puts in the market being purchased and everyone's like, oh, the market's going to crash, guess what? It doesn't crash. So PCC, have that on your charts, check it. We don't often go into it because there's usually not much point, but right now I'm noticing huge amounts of puts being put in the market, which means that it's going to extend further, or it looks like it's trying to extend further, because as long as these put numbers stay high, Wall Street doesn't want to pay them off. Lanku says sneaky hobbitses. That's right, they're sneaky Wall Street hobbitses. Electio stolen in our face, and Second Amendment. What? Something about second gun. I'm not sure what that means there, Dave, but I assume it's about US stuff. Hey, Tom, you big legend. I'm here for the gains, says Effin Johnson. I'm happy for you to be here, Effin. Thank you so much. I just joined on Discord, Andrew says. Clap for Andrew. That's awesome to see you there. Hey, who turned me into riot yesterday? Dave wants to know as well. I'm not sure who did that one. Q, welcome to the Diamond Hands community. Q's been making some fire memes in the Discord. It's been good to see. Thank you for joining. Salute to you, Q. Make sure you sync up your Discord and YouTube to get the extra access. There have been more puts in the market recently than any time I've ever seen, says Effin Johnson. It's all about the puts. We're laser-eyed into the puts, the puts, the puts, the puts. I'll see if I can get some more information for you on this one tomorrow, but watch these PCC statistics. Go to the CBOE, check out what's happening with the put call ratios. I had to bring it up. It's becoming an important factor. So here's gold. We'll quickly just go through this. Then we'll get into the Bitcoin as per normal. Then we'll go over our market indices. We'll go over super chats if they come through. All of that. Welcome to the 1,000 people that are joining us. Remember, like the stream, guys. Like it as much as possible. It does help me out. Keeps me motivated to run these things for you guys. And hopefully we can find some good opportunities for you to learn some educational advice. Educational. So we've got support here. Gold, resistance, 1760. Will we break it? You know why I like this. I like it because of this weekly rejection. And I like it as well because if gold starts running, contrary to what people believe, often gold will run in unison with the market. So a lot of people always say, and I put it in a comment, I know, the biggest hedge against the stock market, but often gold actually runs with the stock market. If you watch them side by side, the gold can run in unison with stock market. It also can crash with stock market. And I think that's something that needs to be really, really pointed out. Remember, when we were crashing last year, take a look at gold. Did it go up over the March period? It got absolutely flatlined. It got destroyed because what happened was people went into the dollar. They go into the safest of safe havens that they see, which is fiat. Now, it may not always be that, but that's actually where it went. Let me just quickly change this so it's not, there we go, it's not so fat, that line. Yeah, so this is looking really great. Follow through momentum coming through. We've got the 1760 for gold. We do have problems in front of it, being these two moving averages. You know, I think they act as dynamic resistance, but the double bottom could be in play, and this could awaken quite a few materials. It could awaken things that are in slumps right now, silver as well, all of those ones. You may not be interested in it, but it still matters, and it's a cool chart. We will continue to watch this throughout the next couple of weeks. What do you guys think about gold? Is it going long, or is Tom just, you know, pipe dream? Not going to happen, Tom. Bad luck. 1760 is going to stop it, and it's going back down. What do you guys think about that? Let's move over to the BTCs. 56,562. Okay, now I had BTC up before. There we are. So this is the trend line that we had drawn. This is the 57,000, so at least we get our levels right, because we knew this is the point where BTC is going to have selling resistance. Clap for us in the chat, because we did do it. We picked the correct level. 8-hour chart, 8-hour chart, 8-hour chart, 8-hour chart. The key zone for us to be looking at. 4-hour as well, and daily. Maybe 2-hour if you want to swing trade, or even if you want to day trade. I think finding key support resistance lines on these time frames, specifically 8-4 daily, is the best. It just simplifies so much stuff. So we've hit the 50 exponential, we've hit the 57,000 from the resistance, from the support, all across the board, and now we're contending with it. Let's get into the smaller time frames. Let's have a look at the 1-hour price action. Okay, it's not bad at this point, really. And why I'll explain that is you've got selling pressure. Then we may have some more buying pressure. Then if you get selling pressure again, can anyone in the chat tell me what that is? What is that formation, and what does that mean for BTC if it makes a new low after doing this sequence above? Darth Diamond Hand says gold to 2,400 this year. Whew, you are bullish on gold. I like it, Darth Diamond Hands. That's a pretty bullish one. We are probably halfway through a cycle here. Cappuccino. What a great name, Cappuccino. That's a good one, dude. Gold, silver, spelt like the Twitch Kappa. Gold, silver equals BTC, ETH relationship pretty much. Yeah, that's right. They do actually even trade off the stock market very similarly. Gold will slip back down and surge when stimulus finally occurs again. Boytonus says lightning bolt. That's right, lightning bolt. This is the lightning bolt. So you'll be having your peak, your trough, your lower peak, and then of course your lower trough, effectively creating a sequence on a smaller time frame that's at the point of resistance. Now for BTC bulls, you gotta get through 57,000. BTC's been pretty hard to trade technically, I think, right now. It's not in a technical mood. It's doing all sorts of bizarreness, but at least we got the level correct, and we knew that this zone was the most important level from both the buy and the sell structure. So if you now close above here again, what happens? You start to move your way towards 60. Nothing really matters before that point. Of course, you get through 60, 65, 70. We've talked about it several times on this channel. That all becomes open. Now, this trend line interests me because it's bounced off it twice. All right, so 1 here, 2 here. It's on the 8-hour, which is good. We've got the 54,000 mega kind of support that's been formed recently. Then you've got like a little 55 in here, and 55 would be where it would hit if it's going to hit the trend line. Now, I wouldn't say it couldn't go spike down here, but if it spiked down here and then you saw a wick come back and then it closed on the trend line, whew, that's looking very decent if that does occur. I would prefer to actually see BTC smash through here, get back above, and then go towards the 60. I think quite a few of you probably to the moon and back. You may not want BTC to come back down, but I would like, if it did come down here and it hit the 54 and then instantly rejected with a wick, I'd feel pretty good about it. No, a lot of people would be panicking. They'd be saying, Tom, crash, crash, crash. Everyone would be running into the Bitcoin hills. They'd be not hodling because there's not much hodling when things crash off in the crypto world. But yeah, that's my thoughts. 57,000 remains the key zone to be watching today. Put the trend line on 54, 55, and 60 and 57. The rest of the levels don't matter too much. I don't think they're that important. We've got Jai Yong Lee. Maybe it's G. I'm sorry if I mispronounced your name. From Singapore, giving me $5 and is giving me some kind of like karate dog. Thank you very much for the sticker there, Jai. Thank you for the support in the community. Dab G, $8. Keen for your thoughts on PLS on the ASX. We'll do it soon, Dav. No worries. No worries. We'll do that soon. So Bitcoin, that's what's going on. Ethereum, looking decent. Finding the resistance around the 2000-ish, those zones, so a little bit higher. I don't know what to make of the Ethereum chart right now, so I'll move on over to DOT. Because DOT, we had a decent little pull up yesterday. So we saw this one during the live stream. We saw the 38,000. We know, $38. We know the $38 is a cool level. And why is it such a good level? Because of the daily. Remember, go back to look at these rejections that have come off here. We know it's strong coming off this zone. It's actually doing a little channel in here. Little channel between the highs and the lows. Not strong, not something I would trade off, but I do like the 38. You guys know I like the horizontal support. So we go down to the daily and you think you've got a daily 20 moving average. You've had a great breakout. You've pulled back. And on top of that, you've got daily close, daily close. Is that going to act as buying pressure? I would think so. It's also a pretty decent discount. I mean, off the actual peak here, you're looking at a almost 20% discount from the top. Did anyone get DOT yesterday or are in it now going, oh, I hope it holds? DOT then went to 41.50. I would have hoped it would have gone to 42, but crypto is weird right now, and now it's pulled back down. What are your thoughts on, this is from the person that gave me the super sticker. What are your thoughts on China stocks, Baidu and Baba? We'll look at both of those. GME to announce Ryan Cohen as chairman. Shelby does gaming. That's correct. That's correct. I saw the news and it has come out. Supposedly this is a thing. Ascending triangle, the 60K line and your trend line, says Elliot. Yes. Bitcoin is all about 60K. 60K is such an important level now. It's just, it keeps finding it. Go over to Link here. Link still kind of hovering around support. Still a bit weaker than maybe the Polkadot recovery. ADA, you know what I think about this. It's the 116.50 and that's really all that matters. I would like, it's now back in the stupid range again. How ridiculous is this? It's been actually capped by the 122 again. The 122 is capped it again, just like every other time. So guess what's going to happen? We close above the 122 on a significant time frame, and we're going to see ADA awaken again from a technical basis. We've got low at the 116. We have all this body closure. Then suddenly we get a huge move through that goes to the 133. We haven't changed any of these lines. These have been here for, I don't know, a week, 2 weeks, a long time, and we've been talking about this level, but the 122 is capping it again. So now we've got our resistance, we've got our support. We know a closure below is going to expose $1, probably $1 flat actually. A closure above is going to re-expose 133 on Cardano, and then hopefully the 147. I actually think that if it goes back up here, we go towards 147. I don't think the 133 stops at the second time. Do you guys think in the chat, will 133 stop Cardano if it goes on another heavy move? Yes or no? Let me know right now. While you're letting me know, I'll move over to that donation and we'll talk about Baba. We'll talk about GME, etc., etc., etc. Now, what was this one from Dav? $8 donation, PLS. On the ASX, Pilbara Minerals. Ooh, nice. Yeah, that's good, dude. Wow. You're doing good TA. I like your TA. I don't need to see any more. Yep, you've got your breakout. You got your retest. Damn, that's a nice pullback. It's in line with this mineral concept. I mean, this is obviously a precious mineral stock in Australia. Just remember, hyper cycles occur. We've had a very large move on it remember, left-hand side tells the key of the story of how these things play out. So look, this stock has moved many times. When it moves crazily, and then it reprices after those cycles. Look where it came from, 14 into 15, went down. These mineral stocks can get wild, but you are absolutely correct. And look at the weekly. Look at the signs here. Weak rejection, weak rejection, weak rejection, higher lows through it. Yeah, that's good. Like lots and lots and lots of bullish pressure coming off here. Cool, Dav. Cool. Where is your target on this one, I guess, from a technical standpoint? You've seen the closure out. You would take your trend line, your channel range. You would extrapolate that out. One of the better actual technicals we've seen in some time. And it actually bodies right up. So it proofs pretty well with the top. Not sure how you're going to scale, how you're going to position yourself and do all of those types of things. Obviously, you've got to have your own system for this stuff. But yeah, from a technical perspective, it's the correct type of technical. It's a channel formation with a breakout. And yes, it has some interesting levels. Thank you for bringing this to our attention. Thank you for the $8. Not bad. People give me some severe trash on this channel sometimes. There are some crazy looking stocks, but sometimes they give me some gems as well. And that's a nice channel, no matter how you look at it. Dave said, I lost $1,400 on a bad call. Literally, that's my gambling problem. Well, yeah, Dave goes to 3 days and then he gives himself not much time for the move around. Remember, in options, it's all about time. Time is your friend and your enemy. And it can be a mega enemy. Tatiana, ho, Baba, such a good price right now, Baba. Yes, I see it. It looks really good, doesn't it, on the charts? You go to the weekly and you think, is this a good price? We've bounced off it before. We're getting price from January in 20. We've had built-in earnings. Yes, okay, JD might be degrading our company a little bit. But look, resistance was pick-up pressure before. These candles are actually horrid. But there is at least a signal here that you might be able to look at. These candles would make you think the thing's going lower because of all the fear about the government. There's a lot of fear there. But imagine if you had a closure this week above these candles. So you've got rejection wick, then we get a closure above. What price would this be? Something around 232. So not actually that far away from where it currently is. Finally breaking this negative sequence. It's a tough one. It's up 1.37 in the pre-market, 228.50. But here's the issue. It's got the government problems with it, but so does Baidu, so are these other ones. I don't mind that kind of thing. We are at support. If you know what you're doing and you're prepared to take the governmental risk, because ultimately that's what it is. It's government risk here. Then there's opportunity. Technically, you're not wrong. It's at the correct level, but I would love to see it above a 233 close on the week. And it can do it. Like, it's 228 right now. That's only a few extra percent above. What do you guys think about this bar chart? I haven't read the other one. No, yes. Tim 3, Boomer 1. Look at Adam 2, Cosmos. All right, we'll check it out. XLM coin. A few people want me to have a look at that one. I've seen that a few times. Could I get your opinion on XLM? Yeah, we'll see. We'll see if we can get some of these coins through. Oh, I missed Mike H's donation. I'm sorry, Mike. I've come back. I hope you're still there. I wasn't reading my correct thing. Mike H, $3.99. ASO Sports. What happened at the close yesterday? Sorry, Mike. Academy Sports Outdoors. Crypto going right now, supposedly 57-ish thousand for BTC, pushing the top. Crazy position. Oh, they're all moving. Yeah, they're all moving. XRP 96, Link 32-ish, just underneath, and DOT now 40.51. Come on, you good thing. 88, 1.204. What happened here on this position? So it went up. Let's have a look at the daily. So the daily is rejecting a little bit. I think the problem probably with this is there's no wrong answer about your fundamentals and the way you're playing it. But look, technically it completed your channeling. You know, down from here to here, even if you take that distance, technically, and you believe that that is the full distance, it completed it plus some. Now, you're looking at a trend. The problem is there's profit taking. There's people saying, damn, we're getting some sick profits out of this as far as we're considering it. We're happy with this last move. We got a 23% move in only a matter of a few days. So because we have a 23% move, maybe we should bail on it for now. Now we've got a pre-market down another 5%, 29.11. Unfortunately, this is starting to make it look like it's coming back down to the 2750. It'll hit the 20 exponential moving average on the daily, and that's where you might find buying pressure for continued sustained strength. So you've got to ask yourself the question of, if a trade goes through and you're investing in it, then it has the situation changed. Do I want to long hold it? Do I want to do all these things with it? If it's a trade and it's already gone that heavily and it's completed what we already thought about, then you've got to expect a pullback at some point and most likely back into structure. And I think it could come here, Mike. That's where I think it could come. Sorry, I missed your donation before. Good luck at this one. I don't know what happened, if there's news, but I don't think it's news. It's probably just people taking profit. Marcus Horn, £5, I believe. Hey, Tom, could you have a look at CTSH for me? I certainly can. Let's just watch BTC go through 57 right now. Let's see if we can get through here. Little high break above here would be perfect. 1 hour, 27.58. So we're going to see this 1 hour close during the stream time. We are 1 hour away from market open. Welcome to the 1,338 viewers out there. If you guys are enjoying the stream, remember to hit that like button, subscribe if you enjoy the content, you want to find out more about what we do. We do daily videos, we do all sorts of things. Join the Discord, click the links wherever they are. Come on into the community, share the memes, get it all done. We are only building, we're only just getting started. I believe by the end of this year, we're going to have, well, we already have the best community on the internet. Come on. But we could have even bigger. And I would love to see people spotting things that I'm looking at as well. Because if you see structures like that one that we had, the donation on PLS, that type of structure, you share that in the community. You have thousands of you sharing those kind of positions. There's some solid technicals, and we can't scan them all. We'll show you how to scan some, but we can't scan them all. BTC, imagine crypto all over the cryptos. BTC here, 57,000. Yes, this is very cool, and we'll continue to watch this space. I notice XRP is starting to move to 5.2% up, almost hitting the dollar again very, very soon. Lots of resistance getting tested. We'll continue to watch it. CTSH from Marcus Horn. Assume it's this. On the weekly, 2 long leg dojis, decision made. Long leg doji indecision candle. So many people don't understand what that actually means. Indecision means indecision. When candle is closed above, decision made. I'm going to show you one on the S&P 500 so you can see what I mean by that. Yep, continued further momentum. Not much to really say here. It's going towards the previous highs, 82.21. Let's go to the smaller time frames. Let's have a look on the daily. Nice consolidation. Double bottom. Some people might say a little bit of an inverse head and shoulders. I'm not going to say that, but some people might say it. It's pulled back down to previous resistances that have then closed above. So you would think it finds support here and finds buying action. Obviously pre-market, nothing going on yet. Is that little trend line there on the smaller time frame? Probably not. You'd have to go down pretty low, I think, 15-ish. Nah. Won't do that. 2 hours again. Yeah, I could think that this is on support. So hopefully it goes towards your 82.21. All of this base formation, like even this one here, is a solid base. And when you get a solid base like that, often it goes for new highs. So 82, watch it round here. If that's your target, everything's looking very consistent with that. You've got higher lows. You've got nice little bit of trend coming through. Strong break, retest back here. I would want support found today on CT. SH. Good luck on that one, Marcus. Thank you for your donation. Alpha T super chatted $5. Tom, good pointing to gold. INT, he short clips. Check out Kefi Gold exploration finance about to be announced. I am in for the mega long hold. Well, at least I want to make sure that you are, as you know what the mega long hold is, yeah? The mega long hold is pretty hard. It's multi-year. You got to be going decade plus on mega long hold. Kefi Gold and copper. Huh, I love copper. Copper's cool. Daily here. Whoa, it's all madness. How big is this thing? 41.882 million. Very small. Very small. Very hard to TA then. Lots of crazy volume, not much lines going through. Look, it still seems to be that it's found a bit of a base. It's come back down, hasn't quite retested it correctly, but it's found the lows back in March, back in October. You're saying that there's finance being announced for it. So this is KEFI. I have no idea. Resistance being broken on the weekly right now. The daily look pretty strong as well. And you know where it's been. Has it been around a long enough time to run through that 11 run? Wow, look at the 11 run. Holy moly. Huh. Something's clearly changed financially for this company. No wonder you say finance being announced. Look at the run in 2010 to 2011 during the end of the super cycle of silver and copper and everything like that. And then look at its poorness down here. Don't expect 175 out of this thing, guys. There's obviously some financials here. I think this is a mixture of understand your fundamentals, and then if you like your gold and your copper and your analysis there, and you move through to it. I've got a new member coming in here, Roy Sentani. Welcome to the Stonk Squad. Thank you so much, Roy. Appreciate your support of the channel. Enjoy all of the little emoticons and everything else that comes with it. Oh, we've got so many super chats. I'm catching up. Justin Stefan, super chat $5. What do you think about the SPY over the next 2 weeks? I'm thinking about 415 calls for April 19th. Well, it's probably good to go and have a look at the SPY anyway. So my thought is always with the SPY, and I will show you my long leg doji. Let me show you the long leg doji so it perfectly leads in. Here is the long leg doji. Decision made. Bullish. You can go back a few weeks and you'll see I literally say that in the video. I say long leg doji, decision made, things look good. But of course we want to watch the Nasdaq more than anything else because the Nasdaq was the real opportunity here. Look, I think you've got to have the community trend line on your charts, and that's what you've got to be focusing in on. You're talking about 4150 calls for April, 4150. So let's say it does this. I don't know. It maybe lines up with like a 4200. It depends how fast it gets there. I actually want the market, and you guys are going to say, Tom, you're stupid. Why would you want the market to slow down? I want it to slow down a little, just a little bit more slow. Maybe pull some of the stocks I've got up, but at the rest of the market, just slow down. We just need to slow down because if you go too fast, then you open yourself up for what happened here, which is a quick retest, hits the trend line, boom, big dump off. And I don't really want to go through a dump off just yet. Maybe a little bit later we can go through a dump off. Somebody out there's probably like, I want dump off right now. I missed the dip or I didn't get in or whatever. But yeah, 4,080. Look at the trend line, follow that one. That's going to be the best thing to have on your charts right now. It's pretty much the most accurate kind of trend that we've seen. I'm sure everyone's looking at it now though, and when everyone looks at something, it's a problem. So what you want to do is you want to wait for it to come up here, see a little kind of like smaller time frame lightning bolt to the downside, and then it moves on through. By the way, BTC playing with that high, BTC 57,193. I think the 300 was the high. So all coming up, but BTC seems to be leading the charge at this point. Thank you for the donation there, Justin. 415 calls next 2 weeks. I assume you're not actually going to want to make money from them going past 415. You're probably just trying to get them to go in there so that you can then close them off. And if that's your opportunity, yeah, I mean, it's a possible thing. We're in a trend. Be careful of the fact we're so many greens though. Dave, verified news, super chat $2. Can you do an EV charger EV, is this like EV charger? Like, is this some like actual stock, or not sure what you mean by that one, man. If you can send that to one of the mods. Let me see if the mod sent it to me. ACK says, how do you sync? If you go into the Discord community, go to the FAQ section, just view that, and you will see the point. Dave, if you could pick up verified news's question, that would be perfect for me. That would be perfect for me. Mike H says $3.99. Thank you. Now do MP materials. We'll do that in just a few moments there, Mike. Let's go through the rest of things going on in the market. So we've got US 10-year treasuries coming down, hitting the support again on the 20 moving average. All right, whatever about 10-year treasuries. I still don't care about them until they hit 1.95 plus. Some people tend to disagree with me. I said that down here. I said that here. I said I'm not going to change. I don't care about 10-year treasuries at this stage. I think it's just a normal recovery. And yes, it might knock them around for a bit, but overall, you'll still see the market rising through those. I don't think it's a big concern. You've got dollar index. Oh, it's coming down to play. So if this dollar index gets through 92 and let's say closes today, gold really comes back into focus and weakness in the dollar continues, pushing the market up. 91.50 would be the next target if it gets under 92. So watch the dollar index. This is a key important zone coming up on the 92. Definitely watch that one through. IWM, which is the Russell on support. I assume it's now bouncing up 0.57. And speaking of which, I haven't even looked at Tesla or anything in the pre-market. Let me load it up with you guys. My first view. Okay, here we go. Haven't clicked it. 492 companies. Oh. Okay. Pinduoduo number 1. It looks like Roku up another 1.94%. Not bad. That's not bad at all. Chipotle 1.86. Had a big discussion about that yesterday with you guys. Oh, Square continues. Yes. 1.63%. And SE, Klim. You're happy, guys. SEA going up again. 249. Trade Desk, Twilio, Hyper, weird stocks all moving up. TDOC. They are green. What is red? A semiconductor position. Okay, makes some sense. Big move first. Caterpillar slightly red. JP Morgan, some of the banks. All right. Pre-market on the other side. What's going on in crazy land? Riot blockchain up 5.44%, but it'll only hold, of course, if Bitcoin does continue to hold up here. Ryan Cohen news for GameStop. I can't believe some of the things that pull GameStop through. 5.19% up, 187. You guys know the zones. 200 break, 173 break on the downside. Either or pushes you to the next level. So 187 is not going to do it, but still 5% up here. Let's see how the market plays out. We will watch GME today. I am interested. Very interested in the first 15 minutes on GME. Very interested. Tilray down, flat 0.4, and Sundial down, so they're not doing too well. And Palantir continues to struggle around, only up 1.35%, 23.20. 21. Still holding that 24 zone is killing it. Let's do the NAS and then we'll get into those donations. So the NAS futures have been amazing. This is the Nasdaq QQQ, whatever you want to call it in America. And it is the place to be still at this stage. 13,724. The 13.6, it didn't even care. It just went, yeah, we know it's a zone, Tom, but who cares? It's all green for April. And again, April is playing the game of green at the start of the month here. We've got the resistance breakout. We're moving towards the next resistance. Where is the King Kahuna movement going to go to? Well, inverse head and shoulders. Inverse head and shoulders, guys. That would point to around a 14,400. I'm thinking anywhere in this boxing area is interesting for me. And it does continue to look pretty good. Any pullbacks will probably be met by buying pressure now because sentiment's changing. Look to the put call ratios as one of the big buttons or big points. I think Dave's given me information here. Dave, okay, said charging equipment. I don't have a company in mind. Don't know any offhand. Has anyone in the chat got a charging company you guys are looking at right now? So I assume something that's going to be big in EV charging. I would have assumed a lot of these car companies are in their own charging stuff, but is there a stock you're looking at? Spam it in the community right now and I'll have a look at it for Dave. Spam it in there. We'll check it out. Did I miss one of these? I think I said welcome to Roy Centani sponsorship coming through there. Appreciate that. And Mike H said MP Materials. So that's the thoughts on the NAS. We'll hold it here. Plug. That's right. CHPT, BLNK, Plug, ChargePoint, CHPT. Oh, look at the spam come. Yes. CHPT seems to be winning. ChargePoint Holdings. All of these companies have suffered a little bit recently. Damn, these things have come off. Oh, it's a SPAC. Ugh. All right. Yeah, CHPT pre-market 29.70. Should that close be bullish? Weird gap up. This should be bullish right now. That is some strange looking price action. Very strange. I might check out Plug for you as well. Look, 36 is the target on this one. This hold should actually be bullish. You know what I think about these bearish gaps? So you've got gap up, little bit of bear, gap up, bearish all day, gap up, hold, or not gap up, hold, open around the same point, hold, bearish signal, but we held above the previous hold over here, which usually means to me that it's a hidden kind of bullish thing. And look at the volume. The volume is still very large here on CHPT. So there's interest here. I don't know what the hell this is, but yeah, there's interest here. Maybe I'll have a look into some of these. Plug was another one. Let's have a look at the stock. Oh, this looks a lot sicker. That looks very sick. Up 1% today. We've done this one several times on the channel. I don't know. I don't even care about it until it gets above 40. There's like $30 support, $40 resistance. I don't know. Madness. Looks hard. Looks like series of lower highs, lower peaks. I want to see turnaround before I'd get into this one. It's unfortunately getting messed up. Big support at 30 though, so you would hope that holds if it continues down. Only up 1% today in the open. So there's some codes for you to have a look at, Dave. The community has provided for you. Oh my goodness. Where am I? Victor Obi, super chat of $5. Hey Tom, can you check out Snow please? Hey, that's a good one. Do you think they could possibly break out soon? Yes. Why not? And yes, I do like what we're seeing. You have a good eye for attention here on Snow. It's at least clean. It's at least clean. Where's BTC right now? Let me check BTC. What is this? I don't know why I've got the wrong. There we go. Change this. Watch list. BTC's moving, guys. 57.4. It just cracked a new high off those points. We'll look at it in 11 minutes anyway because we need to see that 1 hour close. ADA almost 121. DOT $41. Oh, it's all moving. It's all moving. Ethereum 2030. Yeah, Snow's a good one. Resistance is at the 240s bracket, which means it's a great resistance point. You know this is an area of not only psychological resistance, but also structure. And that's what you want to always have. This is basically a basing formation. What I would be looking for is if it closes through here, through the 240, let's see a volume hit, like a volume a little bit higher, and then you can move all the way back up into here, which is around 266. Let's see if it proofs with the structure. Check it. I'm going to take it from just here. Yeah, pretty close. I don't mind this. I might even get more greedy and go 280. I'll watch it. I'll watch it. Oh, we're going to be the sub train going on here, guys. Thank you so much for everyone that is joining. Yes, I like the structure. I like the resistance. What do you guys think? Do you like the snow? Not bad, Victor Obi. It's a good company. It is overpriced. They have to grow like they're currently growing, but that's okay. Victor Mara super chatted CZK $49. ELY breakout to start the season. FORE. Thanks, Tom. What the hell is this? I'm going to assume we're talking about Callaway Golf Company, please. Is that what we're talking about, Victor? Is that what we're talking about? Callaway Golf Company. This is so funny. My neighbor here in Australia, he's a wildcat. He like sells Callaway clubs out of his like garage to all these people. I'm telling you, they are going nuts. He's telling me he sells them every day. He sells all of them. He has like he's got like this crazy side hustle thing going on. And he's making good money selling clubs. He is making good money, specifically Callaway's here in Australia. It's bizarre. It's the craziest side hustle I've ever seen. And I think his wife might have quit her job. They're just selling these bloody golf clubs. It's so funny. Resistance coming through here. Yes. These are the resistance points. I'm not sure about breakout soon, but this makes a lot of sense for it to go well. Here in Australia, it's gone phenomenally. They are selling them everywhere. I would be doing Google trend searching. I would be doing golf course, golf anything, all sorts of things if I was looking at this stock. It makes so much sense to play it, but you need to do more. I actually might look into this one and I'll come back tomorrow with some more data on this. I'm interested myself, so I will check this one out. Your donation is not in vain. I just need to do more research on it because technically there's not that much going on here. The 4 hour does look a lot better. The 4 hour, you've got a trough, you've got a peak, you've got a higher trough, and then you've kind of got an equal resistance around here. The pre-market's up $28-ish. So this little breakout could be occurring right now. You've got decent resistance. So that is percentage-wise around 12.79% out. 12. Yeah, so probably about 31.20. EYAL Capital, been on a roll past 4 days at least 400% in total returns. Not on one stock. You're obviously in crypto world. You're in the crypto world. Hernan C, super chat $3. Tom asking for my weekly seal TA. We will do that in a second. Hernan C, we've got Bits of Panther sponsoring the channel. Hello and welcome, Bits of Panther. Thank you so much for joining. You now have the boost in the community. You've got the boost in trading success, hopefully. EYAL Capital didn't even need a sponsor for the trading success. 400% up supposedly in the last week. Wow. That's crazy. Thank you for sponsoring and joining the community. hopefully you did some good TA on that. ELY, I will come back to this one. I will come back. So let's just check out BTC. Oh, 5 minutes till the close. This is the sequence that you're looking for further bullish momentum. Unfortunately, it's very strange. And as I always say with markets, if you're shorting a market, it's way harder than longing a market. If you're buying a market versus selling a market, selling is very hard. You've got to be quick, you've got to be fast, and you've got to move through. You've got to move through. You just got to be absolutely razor sharp. I said this to all the beginners in the education course. I say, I'm going to block you from ever doing shorts. No shorts for you until you get profitable, and then you can begin bringing the shorts. Because the shorts, unless you're trading currency or you're trading something like that, is always way harder than the buys. What do you think? Do you guys agree with that? Is shorting way harder than buying? Someone's going to disagree with me. What are your thoughts? Let's spam the chat. Yes or no? Sean says some drivers from 4 and 5 years ago are doing really well. Yet the golf thing here is nuts. John W., welcome to the Stonk Squad. Thank you so much for sponsoring and joining us. I do really appreciate that, and hopefully you enjoy the community. Shane Ruddle says, gold, please, Tom. I did gold near the start, Shane. Go back through the video. You'll see it, man. Good analysis there. Shorting is way harder. Yes, shorting is harder. No, yes, yes. Short is the best way to get your face ripped off, says Josh Norton. That is a brutal way of putting it, but it's true. Look, I short sometimes. I generally do it with options. I repeat, I generally do it with options. I also do it usually with spreads. And there are reasons behind that, because you get messed up. You get messed up. Stop hits, all sorts of craziness. You can have the best TA, and then the market will do this. It'll be like, yeah. Whoa, oh, sorry. And then it comes down. And this is where you blew up accidentally because you traded a CFD or you did some kind of crazy short. So the option, you might be right, but the fact is that you don't get stopped out up here. So there are reasons to do it that way. BTC looking very cool today. ELY, we did that one. We've done, of course, the look on the NAS today looks good. There's the community trend line. Fang looks crazy. And now we've got Hernan C with the seal. The therapeutic stock. What do you need me to tell you about this one, Hernan? You're absolutely destroying it with this. Big daily strong movements. It's down 0.34% right now, but this has been very good to you. You know the levels I'm going to tell you because you've done this one before. Nothing much has changed. You've got your clear targeting zones. Remember, have your laser eyes in here because technically this hasn't been hit since March of 19. It was much lower, and there will be profit takers somewhere in here. They'll be lurking, they'll be ready, and they'll be taking the profit around those zones. New high would be a beautiful thing this week. New high closure, that's something I would be looking at because you are so far away from the weekly 20. Let's go down to the 4 hour. Okay, good. 4 hour close was good. Pullback is fine because it can pull back at least down to the 560, 570 and just be buying off all this. 4 hour 20, is that the zone? Maybe not. Maybe 3 hour 20. I haven't used one of those in a while. 3 hour 20. So any pullbacks hopefully are met by buying, pressing out the 3 hour 20. Watch the 3 hour 20 on this one, Hernan. You know where it's at. You know your trend. You know the stock better than I do. I don't know what it is, but good luck. And the trend is up at this stage. Thank you for your donation. Matthew K, super chat of $5. Hey, Tom, can you check out CCIV? CCIV? Lucid Motors via the Churchill SPAC. Thank you for telling me so much about it, Matthew. That is one I am aware of. We've done CCIV, but I appreciate that you're telling me more information about it anyway. 1.23% up. This has been a disappointing one. You know where the support is already. Blind Freddy can put this in. You don't need to know much about technical analysis to know the support is here. Remember, draw off the closes. You got wicks and you got closes and you've got wicks. So 21.13 is the line of hopeful buying pressure whenever it does come down, if it does continue to do that. This is a very disappointing candle. This sucks because what this was telling you was you were bullish and you'd broken out. That's actually a go signal. And it didn't work. It's now lower, and now you're starting to recover back to 23.10. I wanted above here, and then when that happens, 28 is the next zone. I think 28 will be resistance, just like it was a little bit last time. Around 28 will be resistance for this. There'll be some people just going, please let me out. Please let me out. Remember, people are stuck way higher in CCIV. So they'll be saying, please let me out, 28, and then 32. This is when everyone was making videos on it on YouTube and everyone got excited. The second coming of CCIV. I don't like this candle. This is super disappointing. It is a 3 hour though, so that's probably why. Let's go and look at the daily. Yeah, that 3 hours probably what was putting us off. Weekly. Okay. Oh, I want to have... Can we get a weekly above here? 24.59. That'd be cool. That'd be good. Check your time frame. 3 hour. That was a mistake being on the 3 hour. That's what happens when you do it live. 24.70. Let's get a reversal because you've got rejection before, rejection again on the weekly, rejection again on the weekly. Imagine if you have follow through with another bullish, little bit of bullish close, and that would be a wick. Yes. Check that out this week. Look at the weekly close, come back in, laser eyes on this thing, and then hopefully get a new high. 23.12 is a good start. I want it above there, and I want it above there by the closure. Then you can start to get a little bit more excited about this thing. PTON. Why not? Why not do Peloton? I haven't looked at Peloton in a while. Oh, huge amounts of coil. Look at the coil. I know a few people that love this stock. They see it as more than just a pandemic stock. The coil 116.40. Body close, wick rejection, 118, 119.85. Get a closure here. And get it done on the weekly. This is good structure. $100 support, 116. There's some cool structures coming up here in the markets. 116.40 resistance. No, not 116.40, 118 resistance. And then I want it through the 50 exponential, and then maybe like a little pull up to 125, pull back down. This is where buying support will be found. And then you've got some pretty serious moves that can occur here. But that's good structure on the weekly. Do you see that, guys? Go back to the weekly. Look. It's like long leg dojis everywhere. I don't know what to do. Neither do I. I have no idea what I'm doing. Let's make a decision. And the decision will be made, and then we can move to the next direction. I don't mind it. Matthew Tainch, $5. Good to see you in here, Matthew. Hey, Tom, can you have a look at platinum? I can. Matthew, you love these. You really love trading all of these metals. So we'll look at platinum. You've been a bit of a fan of trading metals. Look, platinum looks good. It's doing quite a few good things. Got your trend line for sure. Trend line for sure. Serious. 1, 2, 3, 4. Daily closed down yesterday. It's coming back down to the 112. 1220. Hopefully it finds buying pressure here. Go check out the smaller time frames. Look for lightning bolts up. Look for hammers here. Look for anything else. You've got your kickbacks, which is of course your trend line on the way up. 1320 will be your resistance for now. But if you put this in perspective of where it really is, and you go to weekly, and you scroll it out and you think about where the last super cycle was, which was 1883. So platinum has some room to go. 1320, I think, is still big support resistance, though. Big support resistance. Pino Bardon says, please check out Square. We will. I love Square. 1225. Yeah, that's my breakdown for now. Trend line, trend line. Hopefully the levels hold. Thank you so much to the 1467 viewers out there. If you guys are enjoying the stream, please remember to click that like button. We've hit 500, so let's do it, guys. You've got to remember me. Oh, no, wait a second. Joe and Michael Allah did not forget 500, they wrote. Okay, let's do it. Let's get into some hype because it is Thursday. We are close now to the end of the week. And you know what time it is? That means it's time for a bit of hype train. Here we go. Thursday morning in the US, night for me. 25 minutes away, you're going to find what happens to GME today. You're going to find out what happens to the hyper stocks. Good luck to each and every one of you. And crypto. Yes, this is what we want. That's me. I'm the homeless guy down the bottom. Whew. We need more memes in the rooms, guys. In Discord. Keep posting them. They're so good. I'm going to add a little bit extra section and chop something off this weekend. So stay tuned for Monday. I think you're going to like it. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm feeling better already. But what about BTC? That makes me feel good. Closure above. That short was super crappy. And now you think it goes long. I mean, statistically speaking, it should go long here. Where's our 8-hour close? 252 away. The most significant time frame closure. Where's the 4-hour? The 4-hour should have closed up. The 4-hour did not. So that's got 2 hours, 52 minutes. For people that are going to be awake at that time, check the sessions anyway. It is important to do so. Matthew Tange, we checked out Platinum for you. That was cool. We said we'd do Square. Let's do Square. Oh, that's not Square. What am I doing? Square. Oh, it's right in there. 252 resistance, 249 in the pre-up, 1.61%. This thing's a tank. And that's because I think people are waking up to it's a recovery play. It's not just a crazy stock. It's not just a hyper stock. This thing's a recovery play as well. It's like a weird hybrid, a rare hybrid beetle. It's going through. Let's see if it can get above 252. That was resistance over here. Realistically, we had resistance again during that last bull run. It's been wild on Square. It is pretty susceptible to moving with Bitcoin as well. So imagine if Bitcoin got through 60,000 over the next couple of months or weeks or days. If it does occur, then you know that Square usually hypes up into the 280. Look, I'm bullish on this company because of all the possibilities that they have. There's so many possibilities. I also quite like their market cap. So it's still a 111 billion market cap. Now, do I think this is a trading opportunity right now? No, I don't think there's trades here. This is just technically running into resistance. But from a company standpoint, remember they're worth 111 billion. Let me check out PayPal. And it may not be the best comparison. Oh, PayPal breaking out. PayPal is $299 billion market cap. And Square, once they get them in the ecosystem, once they get the business. So let's say I'm Coffee Shop and I say, I'm going to open Coffee Tom or whatever the hell it's called. Capilata. I love that one. Capilata. So if I open up Capilata and I use the Square infrastructure and the Square system, I don't want to move away. Well, they start charging me for all of the back end stuff. Maybe I'll just pay it. Once they get you into their ecosystem, they trap you. It's like Apple with their iPods back in the day and iPhones. You can't get out, and then suddenly you've got an app store sitting on top of you, just destroying you. And guess where Apple made all its money? iPhones and tons of money from the app store. So it is potential here. This is a closure, it looks like, on PayPal that occurred yesterday above. So that's actually a double bottom in play on PayPal. But yeah, I like Square. Do you guys like Square? Do you think that it should be worth more valuation over the next couple of years? Call it Tom Hortons. Kevin, that's a good one. A couple other donations coming through. Matthew Tainch, $5. Glad you noticed. I am into everything, as you should be. From crypto to options to lean hog CFDs and stacking platinum. Be careful with the lean hogs. I know you put that in there just to troll me, but lean hogs, wheat, I don't have a good relationship with those things. Orange juice, when that coffee beans, I've traded coffee beans. Coffee beans burnt me as well. The roll on coffee beans, well, they didn't burn me. I didn't lose, but I got the direction right. And I still got rolled on and destroyed up. Remember, when you trade these futures, I thought, how cool would it be? Coffee beans are undervalued. I went over to my charts. I'll show you where I went. Not maybe this one, but we'll go futures. This is FinViz. Click on the coffee. And you look at it and you go, damn, coffee spiked some times before. You know, it seems pretty good. Let's get into the coffee. And then you think, okay, it's coming down. Hits like $100 and you think, damn, it's too good. It's too good to give up. And then it moves up and then you get rolled all the way through it and you've got to get out quick, because even if you buy it the second time. So what I think, oh, this is pretty good. Why not just do it the second time? Destroyed. Buying at $100. That's what happens with the coffee or any of these futures. So lean hogs, all of those ones, you've got to be like a literal ninja when you're getting in and out. I haven't done this check either. We are only, well, we're not even far away. This is the problem with starting these shows a little bit later. We're not far away from the market open, actually. But let's have a look what Kathy bought yesterday. I haven't looked too much into this. It seems like nothing. Remember Kathy's ARC if you're interested in finding out what people are buying. For anyone that's just joining us, why is April good, you might ask? Because when March is bad, April is always historically a good month. And when March is crappy, which it's usually mixed, and Feb is crappy, April has a tendency to be even better. So that's why it's moving. You may say, Tom, 1.5%, that's stupid. It's already moved more than that. Yes, but that's 100 or almost 100 years of stock market. And remember, the stats for the last 10 years, although skewed due to last year, are still quite bullish. They're still quite bullish. MC super chatted $5 Canadian. I'm not sure if you left a message, but thank you so much, MC, for supporting the community. Was it a sticker? Let me scroll up through here. No, I think it was just a donation. Thank you very much, MC. Attila Lako super chatted $5. Hey, Tom, what do you think about ZOM? ZOM is a media corp. We've covered it on the channel a lot. I've never been a big fan, as you're probably aware. Well, you may not be aware. I think the problem with ZOM is that it broke through the 150. This was the last level. You know it's the last level because it wicked. It wicked. Oh, let me change this to yellow. It wicked. It wicked. It wicked. Or it didn't wick. It just bought off again. And then it had those on the smaller time frames. Remember, a series of lower highs. Remember, lower high, lower high, lower high coming into a support. It's going to get crushed. If you have like a movement up, a movement down, and then it goes like this, and then comes and tests it, very likely it's going to break. Because what's the price action telling us? It's saying, hey, we tested it once, we went higher. The second time we tested it, it couldn't go as high. Now, if it did this instead, and it went up, down, that's totally different, because what's happened here is you've actually had some pretty big, strong buying momentum, and then for some reason it's come back down here. Less likely to break. Less likely. With ZOM, I feel like it's going to $1. there's so much structure here, sure, but I feel like it's going to $1. It's up 0.81% today in the pre-market, 124. I'm still thinking a little bit of weakness towards the dollar based on everything that we've seen so far. The $1.50, the $2, the weakness. What's the 2 hour look like? It just looks weak, man. Doesn't look that great. Let's check the pre-market again. Pre-market here costs 4.95%. So another one of the short squeezes coming through. GameStop 4.2%, 185 off the Ryan Cohen CEO news. Riot Blockchain 4.63, moving with Bitcoin here. Bitcoin, by the way, 57,449. Pretty strong movement. 1 hour closed very strongly. The only thing down today is pretty much sundial in these hyper stonks. Let's go to the screener. What's the screener telling us? Pinduo Duo, Zscaler, Okta. Ooh, hypergrowth's in play. Roku, Twilio, Square again, CrowdStrike. They're all up. Teladoc even coming along a little bit. It's been very weak. Teladoc, you're going to have to wait for further pressure on that one. Semiconductors down, it looks like, and some of the banks, Goldman and JP. So ZOM is not for me, but yeah, I could see it going to $1. Texas Crypto, Super Chat $5. Please look at VET. It's a crypto. Thank you. Yeah, let's check it out. We've done VET before on the channel. We will just use this. I like looking at it versus the dollar. Yes. Go to the daily. Oh, nice breakout. Series of higher lows. Breakout occurred. Strong plays coming through. How much percentage is this? 16% already. Nice. Just trying to find if there's a moving average you can follow. Let's go to the 4 hour. Okay, 4 hour 20. Yes. Basically all the closures remained in here. So that's now the one that you want to watch as it moves through. 12 cents was the stop. 10 cents. What happened at 8 cents on VET? 8 cents. Resistance as well. Interesting. 6 cents. Oh, this thing just loves the twos. So where's the next target? You know, 14. If it gets through 12, I think it could go to 14. That would be pretty hyperactive. It's going to need Bitcoin and Ethereum support, though, just from them still holding, still moving up slowly to create the hype and anticipation into the FOMO for this. Watch the 4 hour 20 and good luck on VET. That 4 hour 20 just it's all about the body close. Body close, body close, body close. The breakout was there. The retest, you can see the resistance became buy pressure, acting technically, so you've got no reason not to think about that. Matt94, $5. ZOM low cap, but setting up for breakout. You think ZOM's setting up for breakout, Matt94? I don't really see that one. Are we talking about Zemedia? We're not talking about Zoom, I assume. You're talking about ZOM, Zemedia. Look, this stock has been very popular for a while, but I'm not sure if it's setting up for breakout. Maybe you mean a different one. Thank you, Matt94. If you mean a different one and one of the mods picks it up and sends it to me, I will do it. But I do appreciate your $5 donation. Joe in Brenda, $5 says, Tom, you rock. Thank you so much. Can you please look at Cake? I like the name. Cake, this is the channel to be on for the real TA. Appreciate the shout out there, Joe. Let's have a look at Cake. What a cool ticker. I assume you're talking about this cake and there's not some crypto cake. Cheesecake Factory. Wow. What a stock. And how is it worth so much? I don't like these guys' cakes. Do you guys like Cheesecake Factory's cakes? Let's do a survey here. Who likes Cheesecake Factory cakes? Are they good or bad? I'm going to put my hand up. I think it's bad. ACK says, careful with ZOM. I was in and I couldn't get my sell order to go through. Took forever. Probably a really low amount of volume there. Jim Sum says, why is Matt banned? What are you talking about? I don't know. I didn't ban anyone. I love the cake, says Alan Hinton. Really? You love the cake? Nope. Yes, amazing. Michael Dib. Paul Ticket says no, meh. Bad. Probably PancakeSwap, bro. Yes. Probably PancakeSwap. Yeah, I'm going to think it could be cake US dollar tether. There's no way someone's looking at Cheesecake Factory, is there? Wow, this is like a 50% people like both. I'm going to assume it's the tether version. There's no way that you're looking at cheesecake. I've never been asked about Cheesecake Factory in my life. So we'll just go with that. It's not it. Plus, this has got a breakout on it, so it looks more interesting. Yeah, this is a breakout, man. Resistance close. You know what I think about that? Resistance close. How big is this thing? How big is cake? Coin market cap. Where are you? By the way, I'll just mention this. You guys might not be into watches, but this sucked. What is Rolex's deal with their new watches? What is that? They haven't done anything really. And then they made this one, which I think is probably more for the ladies out there, so it's not too bad. But they didn't do much. Like, I expected more from this. You're probably not into them, but anyone that is, that was disappointing. The only good thing I could see out of those watch announcements was literally the fact that they put oyster clasps on the GMTs. Let's have a look at cake. Pancake cake. Okay. It's already worth quite a lot. Fully diluted at least. That makes me always happier. I'm sick of these coins coming out and they've got like, oh, hey, when we fully dilute it, it's actually going to be worth $20 billion because of the valuation, or $1 billion. It's really disappointing when that, I like it when they do this. So that makes me happier. And the image is, it's a thing. The image is a thing. Look, the breakout is occurring. Let's go back over to cake. Go down to the 4 hour. It already has happened. It's already bounced off. Oh, you're good TA here. I see where you're at. Yes, you've already got your break close, retest, double retest, and you're probably here. You're going to be watching this 4 hour like a hawk. You're going to be getting in there and being like, I want this to close so bad above that last high. Just give me above here. And then we can continue to go in the good direction. What has cake stopped at before? So 15 resistance, just before 15 resistance. Not much history here. It could go to 25. Market capitalization, it could go to 25. Oh, they're sneaky. It stopped at 30 if that's real price. So you would think 25, and then you would think 30 as options. Of course, there's going to be a lot of trials and tribulations. But yeah, that's a closure breakout. Good luck on this one, sir. Good luck. That's from Joe. MC Super Chat $5. Hi, Tom. Love the chat. That's great. Forgot to include my tickers. Whoa, so many. Sun W, Gilt, and BLDR. All right, we'll see if we can get through those. And then we've got Cold Steel coming in with the $5. Always appreciated. Cold Steel. Hi, can you check out Gogo? We will check out Gogo. People saying Roku so much. If it doesn't disappoint me, I'll look. I don't know if I'm disappointed or not. Oh, there's so much weird noise here. Look, I don't really like this stock. I don't get it. But that might make me stupid. From a TA perspective, you're looking at a 370 resistance, and it needs to close above 370, and then it can move to the next level. Is the next level 400? Look to the weekly for this. Yeah, 370 resistance, and that's where I'll leave it. So we are 6 minutes away from the open. We haven't even dialed in yet. Let's get the dial in done. Oh, where are we? Is this... Ooh. That's not the one I had. I had one dialed. No. I'm going to have to click on a few of these, I think. I've lost it. Oh, well. We'll just set one up. Okay, so we will run with GME top. Bear with me while I set this up. We'll run with GME up here. Of course, this is moving 3.98%. Nothing's changed with our levels. We're not doing nothing while it sits around in the same zone. So we've got 120, 173, and we actually have a 200. I don't know why that isn't there. There's our 200. 4-hour closures inside of here either way is going to be the signal that you're looking for. Move right. Set this up. And we will run, I think, bottom left. We will have to do Tesla. We haven't even done Tesla yet. 676. For all the donations, I'll do them as soon as we get open. I just want to get this ready because we are so close. 28, DXY, and then we'll run the NAS. We'll run the NAS up here. Because the NAS is interesting. Chuck the NAS down to a 5-minute chart. GME we'll leave on the big one. Dollar index we don't need. So I think I'll actually run Square. I'm interested to see how Square comes through. If you guys want something else in this bottom right chart, spam it in the room. And if enough of you spam that code, I'll pick that instead. I've got Square there right now. So if you prefer something other than Square, spam it through and let's see what the community picks. Might as well let the community pick these ones. You know better than me what you're interested in. I'm interested in many different things often. 13,732. Things are good. The sundial, the sundial won't bugger off from the charts. It just keeps coming back. So we will do MC and Cold Steel's donations very shortly. Thank you to all the new members that have joined. I think we've had about 4 or 5 today. How many are we up to? 158 members in the community. It's awesome to see all of you. QCom's a good technical at the moment. Dogecoin, Bradley Back says, oh, that's not coming up. SOS, MSTR, Apple, SOS, MSTR. That's the same person saying that though. So it doesn't look like the spam's coming through for too many of these. Canopy growth. It's just you, Ragnar. You just keep putting MSTR in the room. I see. Trace on says Square as well. So that may be what we run with. Let's move over. Quickly check BTC again. 57,374. PayPal on the closure above. Now moving to, oh, that's a good movement here. 1.56, 259.60. Let's just quickly load up Webull. Look at the pre-market greens. The greens are Pinduo, Duro, Zscaler, Okta, Twilio, SEA. This is pushing probably the Russell up as well. Teladoc 1.76. Down Constellation BR, Striker, Semiconductors, JP Morgan, and in the hyper GME kind of crowd, we've got Cost moving the biggest, GME coming along, Riot Blockchain, Zomedia Corp, AMC. The only ones down are Sundial and Molecular Data. Neo. There's actually a decent amount of AAPL and Neo. Look, I'll tell you what, we will do Neo. And the reason we're going to, no, not Neo. Sorry. We're going to do Apple because Apple actually is legit. It's legit right now. So we'll put Apple there because I would like to see how this holds. This has been one that people have been sleeping on and there's a strongish breakout. If you missed the Fang, all of a sudden Apple started to play through. So we'll watch Square. Don't worry, we will. And we'll do it all. 1 minute away. Let's get it in the spam in the chat, guys. Let's get, I don't know, Harambe's. Let's get the monkeys in the room. Ape strong today for the community. 1,346 viewers. Thank you so much for joining us. If you enjoy the stream, please remember to hit that like, hit that everything else that goes on with it, the subscribe, whatever. And let us get the stolen Nasdaq bell. I've got it ready. I'm going to play it right now because that should probably sync with the stream. Congratulations on Market Open, everybody. It's been a great session so far. I've been enjoying it a lot, and we're just about to get started. So we're about to go off to the races, some would say. AFN 1999 says US $5 bought puts on SPY Monday thinking it is to come down. Right. AFN, you got to look at the PCC, man. You got to look at the PCC. How long have you been following the channel? AFN, I want you to be watching the trend line. Trend line, the community trend line. Here we go. We're open. US 100, 13,738. GME opens up 4.22%. Tesla 677. Look, my thoughts here on Tesla is hold the damn line today, because I do not want to see Tesla under any of these levels. There is no more 7. I don't want to see 660. I don't want that crap anymore. We want to go towards 700. We need closures above, and I would like a bullish closure at least. Let's go $10 higher today. Off yesterday's point. We're up $5 already. Let's go $10 at least. Because the chart, I mean, you look at the daily, you probably got my face on it, but this chart down here, it hit the 20 moving average and found some little bit of buying pressure. You can see we're in the middle of two zones. We don't want to be squeezed by two moving averages. We don't want the 50 and the 20 squeezing us through. We ideally want to now move above 700. So Tesla will be an interesting watch. Where's Apple gone? 128.61. Apple is up 0.52. You can see the Nas is a little all over the place, but very small time frame. GME still not moving much. Let me check out Square. Square's unstoppable. 250. 250.50. 250.80. Now 250.21. Jeez, that just smashed lines. 2% up for Square. TDOC up 1.82. Net up 1.48. It is Russell 2000 crazy madness. Let me go over. Check it. Go the screener. Let's see the green. Ooh. It's all the stocks that retail like. SEA, Trade Desk, Seagen, Teladoc, CrowdStrike, Spotify. Look at them all. Finally a green day. A relief for many, I'm sure. Is this the stocks you guys have? I think a lot of them are. This is like the retail community stocks. Next to Tesla, you want NEO. All right, let's put NEO down here. We've seen Apple. Let's bring NEO in. Oh, geez, I didn't know how bad NEO got yesterday. Gee, it's unhealthy. I actually didn't know that's how bad it got. Wow, straight off 40, back down. Terrible. Poor NEO. The chart just continues to disappoint. Go 4 hours. I will do the donations, don't worry. I'm just having a look here. I feel bad for people in this stock. I mean, I don't have any. But I just feel bad because it sucks. 37.59, the middle of nowhere land. You really need bullish pressure. You need it so bad. I would like a daily above 40 for you. That'd be like 700 to Tesla. That would be very, very good. Welcome to the 1,317 viewers coming into the open here. We're 3 minutes live. Tesla, NEO, they're not even neck and neck. Tesla's just smoking NEO in terms of actually hold percentage. Hopefully NEO can start turning it around. I think this is the play that will have to go into earnings. It's going to have to prove itself. It's like Teladoc. Teladoc and Peloton may have to prove themselves into earnings. US 100, 13,751. Look at it. It's unstoppable. Look at it go. Can it go to 13.8 or 13.9 today? That would be a phenomenal effort. It's up 0.85%. Bitcoin's not stopping. 57,500. It's all moving. Dave says, I don't have any of those. Really? Gold. Oh, gold. 1753. Yes. Go, gold. Moving up. Dollar index is falling. 92.20. Remember, 92 is key. This could be a daily close that we have not seen over here and it really puts pressure under the 1760. Oh, I would love it. I'd love it to be correct. Why not? Why not for gold? Check your Rolex stock, Tom. What do you mean, Kevin? Rolex is like it's like a charity or something. Hyper is dying, mate, says Truly Messiah. Not Square. There's no Hyper. Square is not dying. I will fight you on this one. Square will not die. Square breaking double bottom formation, says Miles Dwayne Jackson. Square is up 2.8%, 252. It's trying. It's very strong at the moment. Cloudflare also 71.51. Another one that I'm a bit of a favorite of. Airbnb was really horrible yesterday. Got a bad rap in the articles, but that's okay. 181 for that. And AAPL up 1%. All right, let's do these last donations. MC, sorry about missing out on these ones. Sun W, that's Sunworks. This is a company in producer manufacturing. I assume it's something to do with solar power. These are a bit of sleeper at the moment. They had that massive run in them. The thing that terrifies me about these is a lot of these stocks have done this before. So you go back a few years and maybe not this one, because I think the solar spoiler was around here, but they've done it before and they've burnt a lot of people. So be very careful on valuations. Watch them like a hawk. Go to the weekly. Some buying pressure, weekly 20. Buying zone off the weekly 20. Closure above should be bullish. So I would have hoped for more bullish pressure this week. It's not a great chart, this one. We'll go to one of your other ones. Gilt. Satellite networks. This was popular kind of idea or concept a little while ago. It's on support. Nice rejection candle. As you know, I like to see follow through from this. So all I'm seeing is wait till that happens, and then you can start to get bullish, jump into the smaller time frames. Stick on the weekly for gilt. What's the other one? BLDR. BLDR, Builders First Source. I've done this one before. Crazy trend line, it looks like. Crazy trend line is still intact. Looks like there's even one on the top. Maybe drawing through. Very consistent is how I would look at this. Basically a channel on the upside and a channel on the downside. Some type of line that you might want to draw through maybe the closes. Yeah. Just trap it in. Trade it through. Like this. Very cool. And the other donations were Cold Steel. It was Gogo. Gogo. 1056. Support definitely found on this. 4 hour. Two hour probably. Wireless telecommunications. How much money is really in this stuff? I don't know if I hate these areas. I know people are moving with them and they think they're good, but I just find it like really, really, really strange that there's profit in them. Just noticing here, there was a lot of wicking through this stock. So I would actually wait for an 11 close break. And when you get an 11 close break, that seems to be the signal that you can move on to the next direction. 11 close. 11, 11, 11. 2 rejections now. A closure above this is going to expose 12, which is still a good percentage. Good luck on this one. But yeah, Gogo. It looks good. You could probably even go a trend line through the bottom on the smaller time frames. Check it out. But yeah, I like the 11 break movement up after that point. Horizontals are key. Justin Stefan, US $10. Thank you so much. Prediction of the 3 biggest gainers of the day. Well, I guess I go Square. It depends. You have to go. It needs to be more than that, Justin, because you got to give me the size of the cap. Otherwise, you're going penny stocks. Percentage wise. Well, I've already kind of seen them, so that's not really fair. But I would think that Apple may continue some growth here. My opinion only. Percentage wise. Maybe something like Teladoc could come through with bigger goods than you think, even though it's been quite weak. Something like that. PayPal, possibly as well. PayPal had that breakout on it. Maybe it starts to run. So maybe like a square Apple PayPal kind of triangle. GME falling, says Elizabeth Shoes. GME has failed. GME has failed. 179.98. I still maintain the 173. Look, people hate me for this. I understand you guys like the stock, but it just doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel good. The hype is getting less. I've noticed the streams are getting less people in them in general. We have a great community here. We talk about everything, so it doesn't matter. But look, stream and hype is very important, and Reddit and everything is very important. If you see less communications and less discussion, there's less chance that it can squeeze. So it's all about as many people being interested as possible. And if little bits of news aren't pushing it through, I think that's a negative. What do you guys think about that from GME? Do you think that it's all, because I look, it's all about sentiment to me. AMC is under 10 right now. It's 9.75. It's all about sentiment. And when you break sentiment or you start degrading it and people go, look, I'm sick of this, I'm going to go into other things, it is a problem. It is a problem. News today, pre-market up, and it's failing already. Josh Tate. I see it. Johnny Knoxville says, don't you talk bad about GME. You're a mod, Johnny. You have to accept it. You have to accept it. Sentiment down thumb from NAMI for GME. GME holding 180 is good enough sentiment. It is good enough sentiment. But what I'm concerned about is not so much what you're seeing today. It's what this means. Look at the volumes, guys. Look at it. It's horrible. I can't even see it. I can't see the volume. It's like awakening a sleeping giant and then it just goes real bad real fast. Even think about what we talk about on the channel all the time. This is hard. Like, why is this occurring? Series of lower highs coming in to test this level. It's the type of stuff that I look at and I think it's just not that great. I mean, if you get a catalyst and the catalyst pushes it through, that's good. But this is not great. It's not great. It's just my opinion. And you can totally disagree with me and be like, yeah, it will go up in 2 hours, says Patrick Jett. Hopefully it does. I hope it does. I hope it smashes through 200 for you and you can get rid of all this bad juju. Because it's all bad juju. BTC looks pretty okay at this stage. We're still waiting on the 8 hour to close above 57,000. But yeah, things look pretty strong. 1 hour has been confirmed. 2 hour will confirm in 16 minutes. Things are looking a lot stronger in the crypto world at this stage. We've got things like Link above 32. We've got DOT above 40. We've got ADH still trapped between the 122 and the 116. Move above 122 should trigger some further purchasing from a TA perspective. Sleeper hit as well. Still oil on the 4 hour and the daily. Still trapped within the range. Worthwhile having there. Gold moving through. Look at the gold strength, guys. 1756. Few people will be happy with this. Silver, haven't even looked at it today. 25.58. That's moving through. US 100 still holding up here as well as it can. And IWM, that's the Russell, actually not doing much. It's just kind of floating. So some up, some down, right on the key level. Resistance becoming support. Been loving Adobe at the moment, says Josh Tate. Absolutely. Adobe is a beast. I wouldn't say Bitcoin rejected at this point. Just wait for the close. John W says, Tom, do you know, do pre-market orders get fulfilled during pre-market? Yeah, they certainly do if you have the ability to do pre-market orders. Or does your order wait until regular traders hours until actually fulfilled? No, if you can trade during the pre-market, you can certainly do it. You can certainly do it. Mountain Fortress says it's because deep value is holding instead of selling periodically and buying it all back. That's true. That's a way of looking at it from the volume, but just get it above those series of lower highs. That I just want to see that close happen, because if GME can get above there, it's going to be very, very good. But that's what we're looking at now. And the 173 remains the support, and then the 120 and the 87. And hey, it's done it all before. So we know there will be buyers coming in at these points because it's done it all before. That's the good thing. But I'm not loving that. I don't know if anyone could be loving that. That is unfortunate. Justin Stefan, US $5. How about ZG? ZG's good. ZG's good. Nothing wrong with that one. That's a good stock. Look at the stock percentages here. Oh, SEA is actually doing well. Shopify, DocuSign, Square's up there. It's still all these stocks moving the markets, the ones that have been hated. Where's Snowflake? I saw Snowflake before, 2.63. So that's pushing that resistance of 240 that we talked about before. Might chuck that on my charts, actually. ZG, Zillow Group. Right in resistance. Resistance found. Looks for a closure today above it. Then you can move back to the 160. You know where it's at. 145, 146-ish close. That would be perfect. And the movement forward. Neshwan Al Ratio, 99 cents. Thank you so much for the donation. I do appreciate that. Thank you, Neshwan. ZG here for Justin. Yes, it is approaching resistance, and yes, it is looking to do a breakout at this stage. Little 2-hour kind of rejection there, and it's coming through. So GME continues to kind of suffer. It's at 178.61 for anyone that's interested. We've got it trapped. Look, that's not the most perfect kind of technical in the world, but it certainly is a zone. I still have just 200 trapped between and 173. I do not want to see a daily close under 173, guys. Few people said that they believe that GME will come good in about 2 hours and then come through. But yeah, 173, hold. Otherwise, underneath that, 120. It's a pretty fast fall underneath that. Volume will be something I watch. I'll actually chuck GME and AMC in the video tomorrow when I do it, and we'll have a look at what goes on there. All right, guys, we'll leave it at that. We're into the market. We've been sitting for 15 minutes. You know where the levels are. You know the types of things that we've been looking at throughout the session. So gold looking pretty strong still. US 100 hovering around. Hyper stocks are doing well. Thank you so much for joining us for Thursday Market Open. We'll be doing Friday Market Open. Please also remember, get into the Discord community. Share us memes. Here we go. There's the Discord community if you're interested. And look, best of luck, everyone. Hopefully everything comes through for you and it works as well as it can. Also, thanks to all the super chatters and new members. 5 new members. Very nice. Let's get us to 200 if we can at some point soon. Have a good night or day, everybody. That's right. Kevin said it better than I could. Exactly that. And, of course, make some money. Do it the right way, though. Bye. And don't worry, J-Rock. I haven't forgotten about you. I know you love the GMEs, man. But I just want the damn thing to break 200 for you.